that I use for my classroom is called the Learning Express Library. After you log in, you'll see that there are a lot of different tabs over here on the left side, and since I teach the high school level, I'll go ahead and click on that tab. And as you can see, it brings up a bunch of different things for high school students that they can possibly improve on. So say you have a student who's studying or struggling with math skills, they can just go ahead and click on math, reading, science, and all those things. So I'll just go ahead and click on reading because you got to read a lot in history classes, obviously. So you can see there's a lot of different options here. They can do like diagnostic tests they have, obviously. But also some practice to help them. So I'll just go ahead and click on one of those to show you an example. So then they give you a bunch of options they have of how you can help to improve your reading comprehension. So say this critical reading questions really appeals to me. I just go here and click on add to my calendar, and then it'll take me here, and I can see that this is an ebook and it's free to download once you do that. Others allow you to practice tests, so I'm going to go back and show you that you can do the tests as well. You can go to college preparation, which is obviously for high school students as well. So you can see you have ACT prep, you have AP courses, obviously lots to choose from there. But with the ACT prep, these are really important for the kids. So if I want to get better at my math, they can just click on this and they can take a practice test. They just add this to their calendar, and then they either start the test now or they can continue browsing. I'll go back and show you how to go back to do the test later. I want to show you a couple other things that are really useful for students. So this has to do with students who are looking to get a job right out of high school, or if they're looking to get a job during high school, it can help them learn how to write resumes, interview, or anything like that. So I'll just go ahead and do the job search. Maybe interviewing is a problem for them, so they can just get some tools to maybe learn how to interview better. And so we'll go to this goof-proof interviews, just add it to the calendar. Or if they're considering going into a certain job, they have these occupational practice tests up here at the top, which will allow you to say, okay, well, I'm looking to become a firefighter, so what do I need to do? So you can click on firefighter, and then you can go to a practice test or career guidance or anything like that that they have available, and you just add that to your calendar. And then when you're ready to look at the stuff that you've chosen, you can just go to up here in the top right where it says My Center. You just click here, and it'll take you to everything that you've selected so far. And to start it, you simply either hit Start or Download. And so it's really a simple tool and very easy and very useful for a lot of high school students. Padlet, and I use this one a lot, especially in my AP World History class, and it's actually really simple to use for even first-time people. What it allows is you to, as a teacher, create almost an open discussion forum that can be either anonymous responses from students, or they can add their name to it. So to show you how it works, you just click here on this yellow, build a wall, then it'll take you to your own customizable wall. So obviously right now it's blank. And to start customizing, you come over here to the right side and you see all the icons, and you click on the modify this wall, and you can start modifying it. So you can add a title, my AP World History, and then under description you can either pose a question or tell the students what you want them to do here on this topic. So say I want them to compare on China and the Roman Empire. So I'll go ahead and do that. Then you can add pictures, either the pre-selected ones they already have, but I don't really use those too often because they're not very relevant for my class. So I usually go to the add, and that allows me to just copy and paste the URL address of some image that I want, and I can post that on here. So for this one I could do like the Colosseum and the Great Wall of China or something to kind of give it a little bit of life. You can do other things like change the wallpaper, the background if you don't like it. So all you do is simply click on it, and then you have your new background. So it's really, really kind of easy. Another thing that I like, and I use this all the time, is you can take documents that you have saved somewhere and you can actually attach them to the wall so students can open them. So here I have, say, I want them to share my lessons of AP with them. So I just slide it over there, loads up, and now all students will have access to that once they go to the website and I share it with them. So all I got to do is double click that, and then it will blow up and they can look through it. Okay, so it's really a neat way to share things with students. So if you come over here, once you're done, you just click share or export, and it takes it here, and you see you can share it through social media. What I do most though is it gives you a unique website down here. And so once you save this, you have this unique website. I give this to my students, and then we go to a computer lab where we check out our school's laptops, and then they go to this website, and it's really great. So the mobile mind map that I wanted to show you guys, that's very useful for a lot of students, not just in my AP World History class, but really any class, is an app called Study Blue, which basically allows students to create their own flashcards, and they can either share them or borrow from other students, or just create their own uniquely. So after you download the app, you just click here, and this is the home page. And I kind of created a dummy one. I don't have one on there with my kids because it's something that they share. But to give you an example, you can see here you can just search by class, you can search by materials or fellow classmates that are out there. So say you're in a Spanish, you want to look up Spanish, you just click there, and after you fill out this, I've already filled out a profile and everything, but you can see that there's Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 from Troy Buchanan High School. Obviously, if I want to do the AP World History, which I've been talking about in the past, you just type in AP World History. You search. Oops, sorry. Hit return. And there's the AP World History class. So you can click on there, and you can see the classmates and shared materials from that class. You can join the class, do all these different things. If you want to make the primary function of this, which is flashcards, you click on this blue little arrow here, or blue plus sign, and it takes you to this page, which allows you to create flashcards. You can type in your terms and your definitions, and you can do as many as you want, and you just kind of swipe to the next. So after I type up my term and I type up my definition, I can just swipe to the next card and then make as many as I need to. And then when I'm done with that, I just hit done, and then it tells me to title it. And then after I do that, I type in whatever I want. I have to choose a location to save it. I can either save it in my backpack, which is my personal thing, or I could save it to my AP World History class, whichever one I want to do. And so if I save it, it'll take me to this screen after I save it, which is the one I just built, which means I can either do flashcards, or I could do a quiz, or I could do a review sheet. The flashcards are simply, after you set your settings, you hit study, and it takes you to the screen which allows you to basically look at the term, and then you think about what it is, and then you flip it, and it tells you what the answer is, and then you can either put the thumbs up or the thumbs down if you got it right, and then it keeps your stats, and it allows students to access this anywhere, so if they have any downtime, they can just pull out their phone and kind of flip through some flashcards, and it's really a great tool. So